Hello. I don't know if anybody can hear me or if anybody's. I know people can hear me. I just don't know if anybody's out there yet. Slash Master 1989. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Blushing. How are you? 1, 2, 3. Are we going to get a 4, 5, and 6? 5. Might as well go for a 6. TNT balls. Hello. James, you got a 5. We need a 6 and a 7 now. See, that's what we need. There we go. There we go, Todd. What? No, come on, guys. Whatever. You look like a. You ever see Jay? Don't show that on here. But anyway, if you you look like Jay and Silent Bob.
With my glasses?
Yeah, you do.
Do they know who that is?
Yeah, they know who Jay and Silent Bob is. Don't you guys know who Jay and Silent Bob is?
Look at me.
Oh, yeah. You guys can't really see her that well, but yeah, she's got this trench coat on.
Flashlight.
All right. Yeah. All right, here you go. Go ahead, guys.
So, find some other people to deal with.
Yep, go ahead, go. So,
Get in here now.
she does. It's hilarious. Anyway, so what's everybody up to tonight? How is everybody doing? I don't know if anybody got notified, though, because it's not looking like a lot of people got notified. Oh, you did? Okay. Oh, I did too. Okay. Then maybe people did get notified. People are just tired of looking at me, I guess. Listening to me ramble on about did anybody here catch the short podcast tonight that I did just to cover what the show's going to be about and stuff like that? Oh, Todd, we'll have to get you on, Todd. Talk about your breeding and all that stuff that you do. We'll have to get you on there for sure. Definitely. You should have called in, Todd, and you could have talked. Should have called in. Oh, did you, James? Oh, you should have called in too. It was just a little bit of telling everybody what the show's going to be about. That's about it, though. So the next one, we're going to have Marita, the Deadly Tarantula Girl, on there. I got Juan from Michigan Exotics coming on. Tanisha, how are you doing? And I got a few other people lined up that Dave Kaufman will be on one episode. Him and I were talking. He definitely wants to come on. So we'll see how that goes. Yes, you did, Jeff. You did explain your Beeve Coon de Lesser project. So, I'm glad you're okay, Tanisha. And Tanisha, your video was great. TJ, how are you doing? How is TJ doing? That's awesome, TJ. That is awesome. Reptile Noob. Raymond, how are you? Justin, how are you doing? So, James, how is the weather down there, James? We're going to have one day next week. It's supposed to be like right around the 40-degree mark. But then it's going to get cold again. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not bad. James, not too bad. Still got this sinus cold. Becky is pretty sick, with this cold thing. Congratulations, Stevie. Yeah, Wednesday night low 50. That's crazy. I would like to just have a high of 50 one day. We're not getting there anytime soon. It was 70 there. See? Not a problem, Justin. Not a problem. Are you on Facebook, Justin? You are, are you not? Yeah, I think you are on Facebook. Yes. We can definitely talk. Tone, what is up? What?
I can see it now. And I'm just gonna walk into school, right? Because there's this, right? I'd be like, can I tell the class something about Elvis Presley? And teacher would be like, yeah. I'd be like, okay.
Okay.
Do you get it?
I got it because I can read the back of it. You can't see it through the paper. Yeah, I got it. Tanisha. Becky's sleeping. She's been asleep there, TJ. Tone, so how are you doing, Tone? What is up? How are things down where you're at? Yes, that's a very good logo, TJ. Here is the new logo for the Negative 20 show. Negative 20. Well, everybody knows what Negative 20 is, but here's the new logo. I have that old the black and white one on there, but I got the new one in today. Tell me what you guys think. Wait a minute, what do you guys think of the new one? Thank you. It's amazing. I'm going to definitely, it'll be going up on that the Negative 20 podcast very soon. It's just a mission to get it on there. It was a mission to get the other one on there. Luckily, I had a good friend talk me through it while I was doing it, and then now I can do it because I'm kind of gives me chills. I'm a little bit computer illiterate, I guess you could say. But hey, I try. That's all I can do. Yeah, Kathy did a great job on that, didn't she? She's amazing. Hope she tunes in tonight. Computer, what? Yeah, see, you're like me. What? What's a computer? I'm not sure if I know what you're talking about. Yeah, TJ, so mine is too. Really fast. Todd, thank you for stopping in here. You have a great night. We will definitely be getting in touch with you. Kathy, did you see that? I showed the picture of the -20. That thing is amazing, Kathy. Thank you very much. That thing is, you have a great talent. Yeah, so do I. Everybody says windows. I'm looking at the computer saying, I don't see a window. What happened? What? Tanisha, what are you talking about? You know Atari? Yeah, I used to know the old Atari, but I don't know none of this new stuff. Oh, yeah, that thing is just, they were talking about how good it looks up there, Kathy. You definitely have an amazing talent. I was saying it was hard to get the first -20 on the podcast, the black and white version. I said, I'll get this one on there. It's going to take a little bit, but I'll get it there. It's amazing. I really like it. Oh, you didn't see it either? I'll show you. Here we go. Here's the new logo for the -21, Tanisha. And Rob, I don't know if you guys see it. -21, -20. That is just amazing artwork. Rob, how are you doing? How is Rob doing? You're there, huh? Yeah. So is it one of those days? Is that what you're saying? Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Why did I keep doing that? Are you talking to me, TJ? That's my podcast logo, TJ. That's just for my podcast. The problem is when I download it to my computer, uploading it to the podcast. My problem is when I download it to the computer, I don't know where it goes in the computer. I had to be talked through how to find out where it went. It was nothing you did, nothing anybody did. It was me. So that's where I'm at. Huh. I didn't show anybody your new project. Oh yes, didn't you tell me you had me show that yesterday, didn't you? I don't remember. Put together. Petco is the absolute worst place ever. Absolutely worst. Yeah, I know. I downloaded it to a folder, but then I had to find the folder. It was just a disaster. Yes, I'll show it again. One. It's the one that you said you wouldn't tell us what was in it, right? Is that the one you want me to show? One. Yes. Okay. This one, right? There it is. That one. Oh, that's the one. Hope you guys are getting a clear picture of it. Where was I at? I think it's time for a reveal. Yeah, that is pretty. Pastel New Gene. You won't tell us what's in it. Yeah, Justin, like I was saying, the Petco's just horrible with stuff. You know what I don't like about Petco's aquarium setup? You know, you go in there and buy a fish, and they got the whole wall of fish, right? If this fish tank over here has a disease in it, that one down over there has the same disease because they're all connected. It's just crazy how they have it, the filtration set up. That's a good question. Great Grandma's greenhouse. How are you? Yeah, you know, you go in there, and here's the thing: you go in there, and let's say you see a snake that's sick or something, and you think to yourself, "I could buy that snake at a real decent price, take it home, and heal it." But that doesn't teach them anything, because what's going on is they still count it as a sale, so then they bring more in. Yeah, ick is horrible, TJ. There's other diseases fish can get too. I'm not doing too bad, great grandma. Ponds are good for raccoons, and birds of prey will take stuff out of ponds. Yeah, Ron, exactly. If you raise the temperature, mostly cures ick. Like I have discus, and I have all kinds of fish. Yes, sometimes sometimes they get bad, and that doesn't always work. But most of the time, 99.9% of the time, you raise the temperature a little bit, it goes away. Yeah. See, now that would be. I'm glad they don't sell the fish anymore. But I wouldn't mind having one of them tank setups for all kinds of fish. You know how they got them all set up? That'd be kind of cool. You used onion? I've never heard. I've never heard of that. Basically made soup. That's funny. King of DIY. Yeah, he's got He's got a pretty good setups going. He knows what he's doing. He definitely has a talent for what he does. I had to go to Walmart today, and I hate Walmart. Willie T, the Discus Man. Jeff, you are so funny, man. Oh, interesting to know. Is that something you learned where you're from? Or I've never heard it before. That's why I just... Very interesting to know, though. Yet Walmart tubs, you can pick up pretty cheap. Yes, yeah. Even I've been keeping fish for 30 years or more, and I've never heard that before. I ran a pet store 30 years ago. Never heard that one before. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying I've never heard it. That's... Yeah. Well, Target's hard to get tubs from. Kmart used to have the greatest tubs for used to have the greatest tubs for crested geckos. Blue light specials, yes. They did. They had these tubs that had the lid that would open up in the middle. And you cut it out and put screen on it. It was pretty interesting. Check that channel out. So now there's two here, but most of them are gone across the country. It's only a matter of time before these two go down. I don't see Sears anymore. None of them play. JC Penney's gone now. I think it's crazy, all because of Walmart. And Walmart doesn't have the quality of stuff that these other places do. Did I ever tell you the story about Walmart, Justin, about how they sell stuff? No, Kathy, it's not a bad thing that you wanted to go there. It's really not. That's a good name, TJ. Yes, most Sears are gone, though. Oh, see, there you go. Rob did it. Anyway, Justin, we went and bought this toaster oven and it was a Ferberware toaster oven. This is no joke. We bought it, plugged it in, worked for a day. The next day, it started turning on and off on its own, running through all its little cycles and all this stuff. Well, I called Ferberware itself. Ferberware said, read me the numbers off the bottom of the thing. I read him the numbers off the bottom of the toaster oven. As soon as I read the first 3 numbers, that guy goes, "Hold up." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "That's a Walmart toaster oven." I'm like, "That's where I picked it up, but it's your guys' name on it." He goes, "Nope." He goes, "It says Ferberware. Walmart pays Ferberware and all these big name companies like Sony and Dell and all these companies just to put their name on a product so they can sell it cheaper. So let's say you go and you buy a Sony DVD player or something like that. It may say Sony, but it's not made by Sony. It's just they paid Sony $10 million to throw the Sony name on the DVD, and it looks just like a Sony. That's where they get you." And when that guy told me that, he goes, "He don't ever buy anything from Walmart because it's not really the product you think you're getting. It's a knockoff version with the real name on it." Chucky. That's funny. Jeff, tell me why I can buy half a melon at a Whole Foods. That's a good question, Kathy, because you know what? If it says Whole Foods, you'd think it would be the whole melon, not just half the melon. Eh, you're good, Kathy. Right? Yeah, I have to agree. Jeff, I just sent you a text, buddy. Oh. Can't say I have. I've shopped at a half food store, but not a Whole Foods store. Nah, just kidding. We don't have any Whole Food stores around here that I know of. Yeah, that's a good question. I believe he says it was getting better, Grandma. I believe he said it was getting better. That's another good question, James. How are seedless watermelons planted if they're seedless? Huh. Well, happy birthday, Rob. Because it's after midnight where you're at, I'm sure. So happy birthday. 37. You still have a good chunk of ways to go to catch up to me. But, and when I say that, I mean more to up to me. So you're not that old yet. I'm not sure if there is either, Tone. I couldn't tell you. Slash, you're almost there, buddy. Yeah, that's what I said. He's a young one, huh, James? You and I think of the same age, James, but I'm not sure. We all have a ways to go to catch up with Tone. He's almost 90. He's 89 and a half, or 89 and 3/4 now. Yeah, you wish you felt it, huh? Yeah, I haven't seen 30 in some odd years either. Yeah, we're close, James. We're very close. Ooh. TJ, you're getting up there, buddy. Hey, you're never late. John, you are never late. 89 times. Your birthday's in. Your birthday's June 11th. Drop my pen. Now I got to pick it up when I'm done. Well, you'll be 47 in June. I remember 47. I do. It was a short one, John, because it was just me telling everybody what was going to be on there. You guys can always go back and listen to it anytime you want. But the next one's going to be better because I'm going to have guests on. So we're going to start picking up the pace a little bit and things like that. And I'll advertise it a lot more and mention it more, so that way more people can so more people can start keeping it, tuning in. You started keeping reptiles at 41. Yeah. I've been keeping reptiles for over 35 years now. You remember 47? Oh, and that's when the Beatles came out? Yeah. Is that when they came out of the wood, the Beatles? Let me see if I can get that for you. Let me see here what I can find here. Let me see if I can get it. Let me see. Check this link out. I don't know if this will work or not, but you can check it out. What do you mean by that, John? The dark side is strong with this group. Yeah, Ron, I've had some go 9 months without eating. I'm sure you have nothing to worry about. There you go. Royal, what is up? How are you doing? Good to see you here. Yeah, see, when they hit that, she's close to 1,000 grams, right? They hit what they call this 1,000-gram wall, Ron, where almost all females, not almost all, but there's a bunch of females that'll do it. And every time they get up there close to that 1,000 grams, not all of them, but a lot of them, when they get to that close to that 1,000 grams, a lot of them go on a hunger strike. Why? There's people always talking about why. Some people feel that it's because they feel that they need to slow down on their growth a little bit for breeding reasons and stuff like that. My honest opinion, I just think it's when they get there, they just feel like they want to slow down a little bit and age before they get up to size for breeding, maybe. Sometimes if you place a male in there, that will trigger them to start eating again, to make them want to start building on size again. That's a good trick, and it works a lot. So it's always something to think about. Yeah, if you throw a male in there, that sometimes triggers them to eat. TJ, thank you for stopping in here, buddy. We will chat with you later, my friend. You get a good night's sleep. Yeah. Jeff loves Nirvana. Jeff hates Nirvana. That's okay, though. We're all allowed to have our own opinion on who we like and dislike around here. That's fine. That's the way we go. So, yeah, John, that's good. That's good advice. Put the male in there with her. I have one that went 9 months without eating anything. She was up to almost 1,000 grams. She didn't lose much weight, but Pink Floyd is one of my favorite bands. So, Royal, can I ask what your name is so I can call you that? RB. That's funny. AC/DC is also good. The Doors are. I like the Doors. So, Fidel, do you have any kind of projects that you like? Is there any special Fidel Castro? I know. Do you have any special projects that you are working on? Anything exciting this year that you're thinking about that you can't wait? Yeah, that happens too, Feely. Very picky. I sometimes I get one that just there's sometimes it's hard to get them to trigger to eat. A lot of times African sulfurs do the trick. Sometimes it's mice will do the trick to get them to feed. See, mice to a ball python's like candy though, so most of the time a mouse will do the trick. So, what's your big breeding plans for next year, Fidel? Yeah. Sweet. OG. I love some of that stuff. Yeah. And the thing with ball pythons too, Ron, if you even sneeze wrong, sometimes they decide they're not going to eat. It's strange. ball pythons, they're just strange. I got, I don't have any, with my colubrids, like the king snakes and stuff, they'll eat anything. They'll eat your finger. So it's just being patient and working on everything. Yeah, they tend to do they tend to like smaller meals sometimes. I don't get that either. You have a large male, black and white. It didn't eat? Or is it still not eating or what? You might want to put that, if it's the black and white Cal Kings, you put it in brumation. It's got its breeding thing in its mind right now. I guarantee it. If you put it down for brumation for about a month or so and bring it out, it'll probably trigger it to eat right away. Or get a female and put it in with a female and let it do its thing. What's the unboxing from? What are you talking about there, Siri? Yes, some will just eat rat mice forever. Thank you, Tone. Yeah, I had one, a hatchling would eat, and then it would go a month and not eat, and then it would eat, and then it would go a month and not eat, then it would eat, then it would go 2 months without eating, then it would eat, and there was nothing wrong with it. Just that's what it wanted to do. It just took forever for it to grow, and then it seems like once they get to a certain size, it's just like a boop, and then they take off. For males, that is, until you start breeding them. Once you start breeding them, they're like, I ain't eating no more. Oh, okay, David. Sorry, I missed that. Great Grandma Outdoors. What is your name so I don't have to keep saying Great Grandma Outdoors? Yeah, David, she's not a big fan, huh? Just call you G. Got it. Great Grandma Greenhouse. I didn't mean Great Grandma Outdoors. I apologize. So we'll just call you G. Triple G. Oh. We have a grandma on my podcast all the time. I'm on my on my vlogs. So David, how are you doing today, sir? How is everything going with you? What is up with David? Okay. So we'll just call you G, though. That's cool. Glad to be out of work, huh? Well, John, thank you for stopping in. And yeah, we'll be looking forward to. I got to watch your video yet. I know it was up today. I seen it. I just didn't get a chance to watch it. I only watched 2 videos today, I think. No, 3. 2 of which were Tanisha's. I was going down the list. Then I had to go do something. But I'll get to it, John, today. I will definitely watch it in a little bit here as soon as this is over. All right. You have a great day at work and everything you got to do. And peace out, John. So, Great Grandma, tell everybody, or G, tell everybody a little bit about your channel. You make Sasquatch shout outs. Very cool. So you've only been keeping since September, Fidel? If you get your plan mapped out, stick to your original plan, because when you're going along, you're going to come across something that you want to add to it, and just go down that path and you'll be successful. Yeah, just make sure it's one and then it eats it, and then do another one and then it eats it. Can't throw a bunch in at once. Sometimes they'll only eat one, though, and then they won't eat no more. I've seen one of your videos. Yes. The kaleidoscopes. What made me remember what channel you are. Okay. Yes. I know what channel that is. Yes. Yes. Kathy, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for the picture. Our next live, the next podcast we do, you have to come on and try to make it in so you can call in and talk to the guests and stuff. It would be great. That's a pretty good price, ain't it? That's the way you do it, James. You can add other stuff to it and do other things in the meantime. But if you set a goal for yourself, you work towards that goal on that one gene or that one snake you want to produce. You can add other things, but add things that'll go along with that one specific gene that you're working towards, or one specific morph. Oh, that's great. Well, that's great. Gee. I know there's a lot more of those channels out there, but I know exactly the one where they pull the channel up, and then I know yours because of the kaleidoscope. When you said that, it triggered. Well, I'm not looking at it, but it triggered triggered me remembering the channels. Yes. Thank you, G. You can get too many genes into one snake, and it could get to the point to where you don't know what's in it because it's like very little markings, and you got like just a plain white snake. But you can still add things and do other projects, but mainly focus on your one is what I was trying to say. Yeah, I have to agree. Yeah, a lot of people are not working with the tried stripes. So I have to agree with you. I figured this way. When you start getting up around 5 genes in one animal, it can sometimes be very hard to distinguish what exactly is in that animal. Even the people that are, I guess a lot of people would consider them experts on identifying what's in the genetics that are in them, like Kevin and Brian and them type of people like Bob Clark and all, they still can get there and be like, it's a little hard to distinguish what's in them. Why is that, Juan? Because I remember Tri-Stripe was really big way back 10, 15 years ago. Tri-Stripe was huge. Then it just kind of... Well, he's very specific about what he puts in them, though, James. So you can tell. I like that one he did, the Pompeii, was it, or something? I got it all except for the one gene in it. Gee, thank you for stopping by. You have a great night. You get a good night's sleep. Thank you. Well, then that's something we'll have to discuss and when we get you on the podcast, isn't it, Juan? Well, we're going to get him on there. We're going to try to get him on here real quick on the podcast. So you guys have to line up your questions and call in and talk to him. That's the one I missed too. No, is that the one I missed? Yeah, I think that's the gene I missed too. Fidel was the black pastel. I think that's the one. I had it written down which one I didn't notice in it. And I think it was the black pastel. All the other stuff I had. I would have to sit down and think because I remember also as to what the thing is with the tri-stripe, and I can't remember because it's been so long. There's so many things. Yeah, you know what, Juan? I will put this down I'm going to write that down. I'm going to try to get one up this week again. And if Juan has time, I would like to get him This coming Saturday. Yes, that's right. Did we figure out a time yet? Is proving a gene needed when there's multiple genes? I don't know. Oh yeah, I would like to get it later in the day, Juan, so that all these individuals can be on there if that's possible. So anytime is fine with me. I will set this show up so it's ready to go. Juan, I got a question for you. Since I'm going to have you on, is it okay if I go to your page and take a couple pictures to put on the podcast for so when people can come on, they can see some of the stuff you have, some pictures from your Michigan Exotics page? Okay, proven out. What I'm talking about when I say proven out, like let's say I got something that's het pied. Somebody tells me it's het pied. Even though it has the markers, you just have to take that individual's word. You have to take somebody's word that it's a het for pied. So to prove it out means you have to breed it to a pied or a het pied to prove that you get a pied baby from it. Yeah, stuff like that that's on there. That's all. I just want to put it up there. And if you breed like David Theory says, if you got like a 5 gene animal and you breed it to a normal, you should be able to tell what's in the one that you can't with the 5 genes exactly, just to know what it is. Yeah, proving out your hets. That's why I said I'm praying that this het albino girl, which I know she's a het albino, but the male I got, I hope he proves out. Yeah, sometimes you can miss the animal, but if I'm breeding this 5 gene animal to this normal girl, odds are that you're going to get the other animals will pop out. You'll still be able, even if they're multi-gene animals that come out, you can tell what's in it. Oh, every collection should have a few female normals in it. I have 2, 3, 4, maybe more. I have to go down and look. No, because boas give live birth. Pythons lay eggs. It's the main problem. But there are some boas that lay eggs. It's complicated, but no, you wouldn't be able to do it. That's a very large girl. Is that a sub-Saharan girl or just a plain old regular? Yeah, I have to agree, David. It's always good to have a few just regular. Yeah, it's always good just to have a few regular genetics in there. Well, Juan, you'll have to shoot me a time for sure that works best for you. You can send it to me over, but you have to do it by tomorrow over Facebook, and then I can set the whole show up for that time. I have not got a clue. I have not priced them, James. Do you know the price of just a plain ordinary tri-stripe? 12 p.m., that would be too early. I wouldn't be able to do 12 p.m. Oh, in a minute. You mean 12 a.m.? How about would 10:30 or 11 work for you in the p.m.? Because if like 10 p.m. works for you, that's what time I went on today. That would be about what time all these people can come on. So 10 p.m. Saturday. I will set it up. I will PM you the phone number to call in, or you can Skype in or things like that. I'll send you the guest line number and stuff like that, so you can call in and talk. Okay? Oh, you can't be there? That would be 10 p.m. my time, and Juan's time would be 11 p.m. your time, James. Does that work for you, buddy? That would be 11 Eastern, 9 Mountain, 8. Yes, you would be 9 in the Mountain time, and it would be 8 in the Pacific time. Well, I'm sure we will still be live at that time. We'll just be doing intro saying, oh, no, 10. Oh, you don't get up to. Well, you can always go back and listen to it. And if you have any questions you want me to ask him, David, you can always text them to me. So, well, James, I will make sure and not cover any of the tri-stripe questions until after that time. Yeah, but you did good when I talked to you the other day, Juan, so I understood you. So we should be good. Juan, I apologize to you because sometimes you get crazy people that call into the live stream, okay, into the podcast, and they say crazy stuff just to get it out there real quick. So if we get some crazy people on there or something, you have to understand it's all good. Yeah, I understood you perfect when I talked to you. Was it yesterday, Juan? I didn't have a problem at all. Well, that's okay, Jeff. We understand when you call it says lesser. So this is gonna be fun. This will be the first one this Saturday, and then I got Deadly Tarantula coming on the 7th. I got a few other people that want to come on. I got a few guests that want to come on, so I got to work out when they're going to be available to come on. So we'll definitely get those people on. So there you go, David. You will be able to catch it, huh? You're off on Saturday. That's okay, James. That is totally okay. I'm going to work up a bunch of questions for you, Juan. Because you want to explain the desert gene and stuff like that, right? I sound like an idiot to most, David, so. So we'll just work out a whole bunch of stuff, and then I'll let you just talk. We'll let people call in, and we'll go from there, huh? Yeah, absolutely, Justin. So if you want to call in, we'll take the call. Oh, that's funny. Well, guys, we're over an hour here. We will well, I'll probably be on tomorrow, I'm sure. If everything goes okay, I should be on tomorrow. I don't see why I wouldn't be, but yeah, we'll that's okay, Jeff. I understand you. And I have Becky, and Becky understands Jeffrey. We're good. How long do you want to talk? I usually set the podcast for an hour, but I could set it for an hour and a half. I could set it for 2 hours long. We could set it for however long you want, and then if it cuts early, it cuts early. If it goes over, it goes over. But if it goes over, people can't. They have to wait, go back and listen to it again to get what goes off the air live. So I would prefer that we make it longer than shorter. So what are you thinking for time wise, Juan? Tell me. All right, we'll put it up for 2 hours then. And we'll go from there, okay? How does that sound? So, Juan, David, Jeff, James, Justin. I don't know who else is in here. Fidel, anybody else who's in here that I happen to miss, I just want to say thank you guys all for tuning in. And Ron, thank you for tuning in. Anybody else who's in here, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. It was a great live stream. I enjoyed every minute of it. Don't forget, I'll be putting a link up tomorrow for the podcast, so everybody can tune into the podcast and go over and I'll put the link in here again. Go over and listen to today's podcast, and follow me on it, and then that way you get notified sometimes when I go live and stuff on there. So that was today. So everybody, please tune in, and we'll check everybody out later. Peace.